Do it now?
I bet you could Google and find this
To
shirt.
find it, yeah.
The funny thing is I'm not a big gun person, so it was hilarious.
Well, based
I
on
don't
your
even
text,
own a gun.
I thought, well, yeah, based on your text the other day, I was like, all right. Because you remember I was asked about that.
Yeah, I was like, we have one in a safe. That's Bob's.
Very passionate about the, yeah.
Yes, I have this. I love guns and coffee. Then I have that one. It says, I love country music and coffee. It's like coffee, then cocktails, hat.
Here's what we can do. TSA busiest travel days are going to be tomorrow and Thursday. So, but thankfully, 69's opened up, is opening up southbound. And so just skip the plane. I mean, none of it makes sense. You would never fly to Bloomington. Suppose you probably could somehow.
How far? I wonder how far 69 goes south though, outside of the state. Because I know it go up, and you can take it all the way up through Michigan.
69. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to show me. Commercial-free New Country, rolling 97 minutes commercial-free. It's Joey and Mindy. TSA is saying that Wednesday and Thursday are going to be the busiest travel days for flying. Oh. And then, of course, the Sunday and Monday after the new year, it's going to be super busy as well. Here's an idea. Not that you would probably be flying to Bloomington, Indiana, but guess what's opened back up after what feels like a whole generation?
Well, it was 2008 when they started this project. 69 is finally open. Right now, the northbound lanes and then the southbound lanes are supposed to be opening up later this week.
There are new teenagers that have never been on that section. So northbound open now. They cut the ribbon, and then later on this week, hopefully in time for Christmas. So if you got family down there, you can get there hopefully sooner.
We're Facebook Live right now, too, if you happen to be on your computer.
Oh, yeah. Hank, mornings, get in. Write something in the comments. Love to see you. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you. I was like, what are we going to fill the rest of this? Which I was fine with not. And then I was like, that's perfect. In fact, I have right on here, which I neglected to look at, 9:32 social live stream. Well, today feels, for me, way better because, again, yesterday I was just like, oh, no, missed. Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, Music Girl Minute. So I think this is going to be a nice little guide. Hi, good morning. Oh, Hank FM, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, just FYI, man. Hey, we're live on Facebook so people can hear you, just so you know.
Don't worry.
What's up?
I saw that you guys have been listening to you guys talking about the I-69.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Job security. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the trip from Evansville to Indianapolis shaved off 15 minutes with the new highway.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
No, I heard it was only 15 minutes with you from Evansville back to Indy. 15 minutes.
That's awesome, though.
Dude, I feel real good if I could shave 15 minutes off any trip.
Right.
No kidding. That is very specific information. Thank you for knowing that.
Hey, job security. They got to make sure they're always building the roads.
That's true.
So what's next? What do they need to open up? 70 downtown?
Yes.
Is that what's the thing? Okay, hang on, I'm the new guy here. So when I get on, I get on 70, and then I get off at Meridian. That's
the north
construction
split.
right there. What construction's that?
That is for 70 and 65. So that's the north split.
Okay. But that's would people call that construction on 70 then? Or-
Both.
Yeah. That is all these 69s and 65s confuse me.
They've been talking about that for years, but they're finally getting it done, and hopefully they'll get it done early.
Yeah.
I know, driving everybody crazy.
Yeah, well, thankfully I get to drive at, 5. I mean, I'm taking that exit about 5:50 or 4:50 in the morning, so like it's not really that bad. But it'll be interesting to see what it is supposed to look like. since I've never seen it.
Exactly. But, who knows? Like I said, job security, I'm sure they'll start on 465 again, though.
Oh, don't put that out there.
Yeah, don't put that vibe out there.
Yeah. Don't touch Keystone Parkway. Go ahead and leave 31 alone. We're good. I would like to request that they somehow make Meridian sort of like they did with Keystone Parkway. Remember how we talked about how it used to be all stoplights?
Yeah.
Like, they'll never do that with those $1 million homes, but that would be awesome to be able to drive down that like a highway or a freeway.
You mean the ones that are closer to downtown?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think that 31 needs to be like a big arch that goes over and has just a couple ramps off for this downtown area.
Yes.
'Cause for the south side and the north side, you have to go all the way around the east or the west, where if
Yes.
you could just go straight over the city.
That is the dream, to have like a road. Like, here's the straight up deal. Coming from Westfield, it's maybe 23 miles from my house to here. If I took Meridian, it is a damn near straight shot, right? If you could build a direction to get to work as fast as possible, it'd be on that road. The problem is it takes 5 extra minutes because you got to stop at all the stoplights. And I'm like, don't start the stoplights until like 5 a.m. You know?
Make them all blinking.
Do we know if they're timed or if there's sensors on them?
They're supposed to be timed, but supposed to be is the key phrase.
You do realize building something like that it makes sense, which means it won't happen.
Right.
Well,
correct.
That. Well, but Mindy told me that 31 used to be
it was horrible. Yeah, it's much faster to get to Kokomo now than it used to be.
And South Bend.
Yes. Yes.
It's so awesome because I was looking at the old, Street View on Google Maps after you told me that. And right at like one exit, what road would that be? 146, something like that. And I did and I looked, and you're right. There was no roundabout, nothing there, and it was just a stoplight. And I'm like, that is depressing to have to. And that's when I realized I've never in all my years of driving realized that you are constantly going up and over intersections as you're driving on or on highways.
Yes.
It's just so gradual, and you're just constant. And some of them you go under, and I don't know how they decide that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I've enjoyed this talk about highways with you.
Sexy highway talk.
Sexy highway talk. Tell me more. Tell me about freeways.
Well, it's 69 after all.
69, even try it, as Lee Bryce once said. All right, buddy.
For Shell Oil Company, and he always said Kokomo. This is obviously before the bypass, many years before the bypass. He goes, there's 13 lights in Kokomo. You can never hit them right.
Right?
That's how I feel about downtown. Dude, it's damn near 4:40 in the morning. I get to downtown, take Meridian. I'm headed straight. What road am I on? I'm not on Meridian. I'm on the one to the left.
Pennsylvania.
And as far as I'm concerned, there's maybe 10 cars on the whole that distance to Washington, which then I turn. And I'm like, just be green.
Yes.
Like, why am I stopping?
There's nobody out here.
And it is impossible, literally impossible, to turn right off of Pennsylvania onto Washington without hitting the yellow light.
Oh, yes.
At Market.
Every time.
Market? No.
Meridian. Yep.
It's like it knows when it knows when it turns green on the one that better turn yellow on this one.
Right.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I think I've only made it one time, and I think it was because I happened to hit the green as it first happened onto Washington Street, and I gunned it. And I gunned it and made it to him.
And I just sit there. I'm like, now what do I do?
And it's like an eternity light.
I've timed it. I time my drives every morning because I'm that guy. It'll add 45 seconds to the drive. And that's a really important 45 seconds
It is. Timing is everything with this job.
Yes. I do. Every day I challenge myself. I think my fastest I made it in was 29 minutes to work. And what would that take right now? Well, right now it's not a great, but probably 50 minutes to me to get home during rush hour?
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, buddy. Well, thank you for calling, dude.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too.
He was like, what did I get myself into?
Aren't you guys supposed to be working?
Yeah. 1, 2.
Oh, so they couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Michael. Yeah, you should have been able to hear the caller.
Yeah, I had him in the right channel. I bet I had to have him turned up. So. Yeah. I had the button on, but I bet. Here, I'm going to test something really quick, guys.
Okay.
Tell me if you can hear this. All right. If you can hear that, see if you can hear that. Should be a dial tone. I bet you can.
Can you hear that, Olivia?
No.
Wow.
I thought we were able to get the audio through the other day.
Bob said
Voxpro
no.
for sure. Really?
And I know we have before. That's weird. Well, that had to sound like really odd then. It's like one side conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just guess what he's saying.
Yeah. That's weird. Sorry about that.
Well, he was talking about the 69 completion will cut the commute to Evansville by about 15 minutes. I thought it was a lot more than that. Will be for me because I drive faster.
Little speed demon over here.
I actually saw someone get pulled over on 70 for the first time on my commute in yesterday. Early morning.
Ooh.
I mean, I usually see policemen and they're going just as fast as everybody else.
I would.
And this person must have been flying for the policeman to pull him over. Because I mean, typically, and if you're a policeman watching, don't pull me over. But everybody is going.
Mindy
like
drives
80. Everybody's like, to keep up with traffic, you're all going
75
80.
to 85.
Yes.
In theory.
Yes. In theory. But this guy, he must have been going like 100.
I would say about 75 to 80 is the going speed at
You know what the speed limit is, right? On
I do.
70.
I do. I also know on Keystone it's 50, which blows my mind. On 31, I think it's 55.
Right.
Like, you're just like... We're inside 97 minutes of commercial-free New Country. We're also live on Facebook if you want to join the conversation at Hank Mornings. A lot of fun. Hey, Mindy, there are a ton of places in the area where you can take the kids to see Santa or take yourself to see Santa.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, hang on. Let me turn your mic on. There we go.
Hello.
But anyhow, a number of locations. We mentioned these earlier. Conner Prairie, your old stomping grounds, Hamilton Town Center. You were
What
there.
does that mean?
Commander Casey.
Oh, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Is this going to be a Ryan Wild reference that I'm old?
No. Wait, I would never infer such a thing. Jeez. Castleton Square Mall, Hamilton. I don't own anybody else's. Who hurt you? Okay. Hamilton Town Center, the Children's Museum, of course, with Jolly Days, Indiana State Museum, the Indianapolis Zoo, which, by the way, ranked, I think, top 5 in the nation for zoo light displays.
Oh, wow.
So good for them. And Santa's there as well. Fashion Mall at Keystone, shops at Perry Crossing, Traders Point Creamery. And today, the Tack family is excited because we found out somewhere in Indianapolis, because I don't want to give it away, there's a Chick-fil-A that Santa Cow is showing up to. We celebrate
a Santa Cow sighting?
There's going to be a Santa Cow sighting. Watch the Hank Mornings Instagram page. Santa Cow is going to be in the drive-thru. It is one of the cows dressed as Santa. And if you don't know, in the Tack household, we love Santa Claus, recognize him, respect him. We know he exists in the universe of Christmas. But we tend to celebrate Santa Cow and all of the great things that comes from Chick-fil-A, like their chicken. Yeah. So we're going to go to the drive-thru today, and we'll get some good images of that. All right. We roll commercial-free now. Crank it up. It's at Sam Hunt, 23. I was going to say the Conner Prairie reference earlier, and then I was like, nah, I'm not going to say it. And then it fell as flat as I thought it was going to. Here's my impersonation of Mindy when I say Conner Prairie, your old stomping ground. She goes, like, what the hell does he mean by that? Too deep of a reference.
I'm like, I know I'm old, but I wasn't around in the 1800s.
No, I would never, ever say that. I would never make an age joke. I never have. I'm very sensitive to such things.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm proud of being 50,
still
so it
wouldn't
doesn't bother
do it.
me at all.
I would never.
So.
In fact, I'm the guy who will say things sometimes and walk away going, was that an age joke that I inadvertently maybe said, not on purpose? So, no. I meant you spent time there as Commander. Was it Commander Casey?
It was Commander Casey. Very good.
Teaching the
The
kids
KC stood for Kids Club. Commander of the Kids Club.
Oh, it was literally the letters KC.
Correct.
That's why I can never Google it and find it, because I've tried to Google.
Oh, you've been trying to spell it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. Wow. All right.
I'm just picturing the Tack household has chicken nuggets as their Christmas dinner.
A lot of Chick-fil-A runs. Well, in Japan, we talked about this. KFC is huge for Christmas. Did you know that?
I did not know this.
Making this up. Google it. In Japan, it's a Christmas tradition that families go and get buckets of KFC chicken.
What?
Not making it up.
Where did you learn this?
The internet.
So it must be true.
Hang on. Japan, KFC. Okay, all I typed was KFC and Christmas is the next word. It is it's like turkey at Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
I'm not making it up. How KFC became a Christian tradition in Japan.
It's a Christian tradition.
That's what this says right
Interesting.
here. Kentucky for Christmas is what.
Bless this chicken wing.
Yes. Yeah. It is a whole
But does it say how it started? Who started it? I mean, obviously it didn't. It doesn't. It only dates back to however KFC old it is and how long they've had them.
Yes. So they sell what they call a KFC party barrel, brimming with salad, cake, and lots of fried chicken. In Japan, it's customary to eat chicken at Christmas. Every year they order the party barrel and enjoy it with family.
Bob
What
said,
did Bob
Bob
say?
said Mindy looks great in a bonnet and apron. Going back to the Connor Prairie reference.
I'm like, I don't get the Japan connection, Bob.
Joey's like, I don't need to know what you guys are doing privately.
Are you Pa Ingalls in the story? All right. Are we going to get weird, Bob? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did you watch Ozark?
Yes,
Ozark?
I love that show.
Jason Bateman apparently got started. He was on Little House on the Prairie. I don't know what his role was. And then I listened to an interview with Sean Penn this morning, and he played an extra as a little kid on
No way! Yeah. My mom was just watching Little House on the Prairie yesterday, and the little kid that played Willis on Different Strokes was on an episode.
Really?
And did you know, and she found this out, and she was totally blown away, that Melissa Gilbert, of course, was, half pint, that Willie Olson was her brother in real life. So, the Olsen family, Nellie Olsen and Willie Olsen. That was her brother in real life. Yes, can you believe that? I had no idea.
As it sounds like I know about Little House. I didn't watch a lot of it. So can you tell me who the
Olsens? Oh my gosh, Mrs. Olsen was the best. She was like the crotchety old lady they were rich.
In which show?
In Little House on the Prairie. They owned the store.
In Independence.
What?
Wasn't the town they always went to called Independence? In the books? Sorry,
no.
Novel fan again. Yes! All right, go ahead. Look it up. Go ahead. Anyhow, the Olsens.
No, now I'm drawing a blank of what the town's called.
Kansas. Laura Ingalls Wilder, 13 miles south. In the book, they would always talk about Independence.
You read the book.
In school.
Oh my gosh, it's going to drive me nuts now.
You didn't read the book?
Walnut Grove. I knew it was 2 words. I was like...
Okay.
And they were always going to like Monsanto or something like that.
Monsanto?
Something
Don't they
like
make
that.
corn? Monsanto?
Something like that.
Wait, okay, we're all over the place. We had a little, those like Connor Prairie is sort of like what do you call it? Like a remake, recreation, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
It's like recreated. So we
Yes.
had one of those in Iowa nearby our house, and I think that was randomly called Walnut Grove as well.
Oh.
Had like the little shop and the bank and the church and the one-room schoolhouse.
Yes. So Willie Olson was the son of the richer family. And one more thing, the gal that played Darlene in Roseanne
Gilbert.
is also related to them.
Well, every time I hear Melissa Gilbert, Sarah Gilbert, every time I hear Melissa Gilbert, I always confuse it with Sarah Gilbert. But they're related?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, there it is.
Now I'm going to be curious to find that episode of Justin Bateman.
Yes. We got to figure out what it was. Joey and Mindy on 97.1 Hank FM. It was so nice yesterday. It was about 40 degrees. The wind wasn't blowing at all. And it's shocking how good it can actually feel.
Yeah.
I took the boys out in the backyard, and they were running around. And Marvin, the 5-year-old, after about 2 minutes of running, And it was cold, so all that cold air kind of gets to you. He sits down on the patio furniture. I'm like, "You're right over there, brother?" And he goes, "I need to rest. I just need to rest." And then he's like, "I want to go back inside." So either it's the cold air or our kids are completely out of shape.
That is one thing that the masks are good for when you're outside.
Right? Yeah, I do like a good mask outside because it
kind of blocks all that wind like a scarf would.
Less creepy than a ski mask and at the same time. But anyhow, it could be a little bit warmer today as we warm up. Yes, warm up on the way to Christmas. No white Christmas because it's going to be like 55 on Saturday. Right? It's Joey and Mindy. It's 97 minutes of commercial-free New Country rolling now. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, see, I knew it was close. I was like, Mankato. Yeah, Mankato. That's how it's pronounced. Mankato. I knew it wasn't.
Mankato. Wasn't Kato in the Green Hornet? Wasn't that the name?
I'm thinking of Kato Kalin.
Kato was the guy that
wasn't Kato Kalin like
yes.
the guy that
was,
on O.J. Simpson's buddy?
Who was Bruce Lee? Didn't Bruce Lee play Kato?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you say Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee.
I've never watched any Bruce Lee movies.
Well, nor have I. I'm just saying.
You just know that random fact.
Well, I watched Bruce Lee, the Dragon movie back in 1993. You didn't watch the Bruce Lee story of his life?
How dare you, A Sheltered Life?
That's right. I'm going to start naming all the obscure crap that we watch. Well, we can talk about the Japan KFC thing tomorrow because that's always fun to share.
Yeah, I'm very interested in it.
Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to bounce for the day. We will